Welcome to this segment of the program. Inuarata no Sakai is still my name. I'm a corporate trainer and workforce activator. Now, it's so good to come your way this morning and make your day a premium value one. And the conversation I'm going to be having with you this morning is on the topic winning with bifocal strategy. Winning with bifocal strategy. Now, in the field of optics or optometry, there is a recommended lens that they do recommend to people with a special eye defect, and that lens is called bifocal lens. That lens has two parts. That recommended lens has two parts. There is a part of it for looking at close distance objects. Then there is a part of it that for looking at very far distance object. That's why it is bifocal, two focus, two perspectives. Now, the part of that lens for looking at close distance objects represents the present. It represents today. Then the part of that bifocal lens for viewing far distance object represents tomorrow. It represents the future. So what is bifocal strategy all about? Bifocal strategy is telling you while you are working on making sure that today's success is being achieved, you are also not losing sight of the future so that when the future comes, it will not take us unaware. While you are ensuring that today's, you are ensuring that result is being produced today, you are also working on how future results are going to be produced. This is so important because of the dynamism and changes in the environment. Working with bifocal strategy is you working with the mindset of a maintenance engineer and also that of an architect. The maintenance engineer ensures that all the machines in the factory, all the parts are well lubricated. He ensures that things are working in the factory to make sure that production is not halted. He ensures that all the machine's parts are properly, worked on to make sure that production continues. And should anyone goes wrong, he or she, the maintenance engineer, quickly fixes it so that, production can keep on going. So the maintenance engineer focusing on helping us to achieve present success. So working with that mind is critical. Then you now need to also bring in the mindset of the architect. The architect is always designing the next building project. He's always designing the future. He is designing tomorrow. So working with bifocal strategy is working with the attitude, the mindset of the maintenance engineer, and also with the perspective of an architect. The maintenance engineer ensures that things are working at the factory now. If anything goes wrong, he gets it fixed and then work continue. Then the architect is designing the future. He's designing the next building project, crafting the next plan. And so that is very important. So that when the future comes, we are still able to maintain relevance. We are able to ensure that success is still part of the game. We are still in the game of success. So, as a bifocal strategist, you are not waiting for challenges to come before you start taking steps. You have a product that is doing well in the market. The product is selling. Profound level of, turnover is coming from that product. And, you don't need to wait till sales start declining in that particular product before you start thinking about upgrading the product or before you start thinking about creating another product line or product mix. The success is on. You have momentum. You have enough cash reserve to design the next success. So that is what bifocal strategy is. While you are successful now, you are thinking of creating another line of success. Yes, that is what it is. You are enjoying success and you are still working on creating another line of success. Why that product is selling, why that service is doing well, you are not just relaxed and just feel that, it will continue like that. Things may happen in the future, which I will still look at, that may just turn the table, around. So you need to make sure that while you are enjoying success, you are equally thinking of another success. While the product is doing well, you are thinking about what to do to improve on the product. You are thinking about what to do to upgrade the product, or you are thinking about creating another product line. You are thinking about creating another product mix that will ensure that you are still in the game. It's so important you engage bifocal strategy. Let me reiterate again. Bifocal strategy is you ensuring that you make sure we are achieving results today, the present, and at the same time you are designing on how future results are going to be created, are going to be achieved. It is working with the mindset of a maintenance engineer who makes sure that things are working in the factory, production is on, and also working with the mindset of an architect who designs the future. So you ensure today is working, and at the same time, you are also designing how tomorrow is going to, be successful. You have momentum now, you are enjoying success, you have capacity, you'll be able to create another line of success because of the present capacity you have or that you are enjoying from the product sales that you are experiencing boom at the moment. You are experiencing a bullish trend. You don't need to wait till a bearish trend will come in before you start thinking of what to do. Because at that point, the water is already entering the ship is already sinking, and it becomes very challenging and very difficult for you to maintain stability. So when you are enjoying success, you begin to think of another line of success. Why do you need to do this? So many dynamism and changes takes place in our environment. And one of those dynamism is that a new technology could just come into the narrative that can really shake you and shake your present product offering or service offering. That is why things are working now, you also think about how things will work in the future. Another factor that could change the environment or that plays out in the environment sometimes that really makes it very important for you to employ bifocal strategy is hostile and unfavorable government policy. A policy could just come up by the government that would just seriously shake the industry or the sector you are operating in. So you need to be thinking about that as well. What could be possible policies by the government concerning my industry that may come up in the future that could shake the table? So I need to be proactively prepared for it. That is what, bifocal strategy helps you to do. It helps you to be proactively prepared. While you are enjoying success, you are also thinking about, how to make sure that tomorrow's success is still, we are seeing the game of tomorrow's success. This is so important. Then, do you also know that changes in consumers' preference can also change the game in the future? Let's assume you have a product line, a particular service offering that is being, engaged or purchased by teenagers, people who are between 13 to 19. Now, 5 years or 15 years into the future, what is interesting those teenagers now, 10 years later, will not interest them. As they grow older, their preference is going to change. What is exciting them today, now that they are 15, 10 years later, when they are 25, it's not going to excite them. 20 years later, what is exciting somebody that is 18 today will not excite him or her anymore. Preference could change. So you may be having a product in a particular locality where you have, high segment of very young people, teenagers, youngsters, and you are rendering a particular product or service to them in that area, and it's getting them excited now. 5 years, 10 years into the future, that offering or that product may not excite them again. This is why both bifocal strategy is critical. While you are enjoying success from them today now, you need to begin to think of how you will also enjoy success from them in the future when the boy that is 15 years today is now 25. When the girl, that is 16 years today is now 26 in the future. This is just so important. Bifocal strategy is you ensuring that today is working, we are enjoying success, and now you are also designing how future success is going to be enjoyed because of the changes that takes place in the environment. Some of those changes, like I have mentioned, is a new technology, hostile government policy, and possibly changes in the consumer's preference. And the one I will conclude with this morning is increased competition can also play out in the environment. You know, the industry you are in, I believe you were not the person that started that line of business. You met people in the industry. Also be aware that more people are going to come in. So the competition is going to increase. It's going to become a red ocean. You know, like for example, the private school industry in my city, you know, years ago, very few individuals, you know, invested in that line of business. But today, we have so many private schools around, both the one for, you know, the high class people, will have the middle class, and those for, you know, the general masses. They are there. The competition is increasing. So you are not just going to sit down and just fold your hands and feel that, oh, I'm dominating this market today, I'm dominating this sector. That market share that you control, you know, more people are going to come in to take from that market share. So you need to also proactively prepare yourself for the future. If increased competition, if the competition increased by 50%, by 40%, by 80%, by even 150%, what will be my narrative if that happens? And so it's very important we engage bifocal strategy. As I conclude this morning, remember, bifocal strategy is taken from the world of optics or optometry, where there is a recommended lens that in that lens there is a path for looking at close distance object, there is another path for looking at far distance object. The path for looking at close distance object represents today the present. The path for looking at far distance object represents the future. When you take that hybrid, you are working on how today will be successful, while at the same time you are not losing sight of how tomorrow will be successful. You are enjoying success today, and at the same time you are designing, you know, how future success will also be achieved. I believe that lots of value, profound one for that matter, have been added to you today. And so, reach me. Let's see how we'll discuss and take things to the next level. My phone number is 080 66865060. That's the numbers on the screen. The first one, let me add the country code for those of us that want to reach me from outside Nigeria. +234 80 6686 5060. Then the second one is 080 529 29120. With the nation's code +234 80 529 29120. So call me. Let's see how we can discuss and, you know, further help you move to the next phase of success and achievement, and then we just create a better you and a better Nigeria. I'll be seeing you next week, Wednesday. And when I return, I will remain the amiable. Inuagata no Sahai. God bless you.